trauma seems the most promising.
Select the skull saw and open the cranium.
An oscillating saw. The cut is made from ear to ear.
What is up, Mommy Jumbo? Spazious here. Welcome to Autopsy Simulator. And this game is from the developers of Theft Simulator, whatever. But this is the new mortuary assistant, so let's get right into it. And I saw pretty much everybody started playing this. Since it's creepy, since it's scary, since its mortuary assistant was a banger.
Office of the Medical Examiner, Beatsville. Dr. Jack Hanman is speaking. How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks. I'm not sure if you remember me.
No.
A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I
What?
dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious for the last time.
No.
No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife.
Stop talking about my wife.
Journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it. I'm not in the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken.
Is she dead?
Where did I leave my meds this time?
Okay. I hate these chromatic aberrations though. Should we switch it off? I don't really like it. You see that? It's weird in this game. Okay, now it's better. Now it's better. It's blurry a bit, but okay. Alright. New sound. Reader journalist know. Hi, this is Kate Brooks, a reporter for the New Orleans Weekly. I couldn't find you at home. I'm starting to suspect you're avoiding Mr. Hanman. Anyway, as you know, we'd like to write an article commemorating your wife's achievements. We would be delighted to talk to you about it. Along with this note, I'm also leaving my business card. I hope to find you at home or at your office. Regards, Kate Brooks. Okay, fuck you, Kate Brooks.
They definitely pay me too little for this.
Okay, what is that? Hey, look at me. I'm in the apron.
Stephen didn't clean up after himself.
Asshole.
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Not my favorite day. Although
It's Friday,
certainly
actually.
Better than Monday.
For you, it's Saturday.
I guess it was in another life.
Okay. Wife? What was her name?
Awful. It would be good to finally repair the coffee machine.
Yeah, coffee machines are good in your workspace. Honestly. I've been to my office. I usually work remotely, but when you're at the office, the coffee machine is your *1 friend. Not any of your colleagues, just coffee machine. Analysis of animal traces and forensics. Okay. What, missing people?
Kidnapping.
Another person gone missing. I didn't see that I clicked the texture resolution to go bad. What is that? A lipstick? Who you fucking, doctor? Who are you
Work with
fucking?
corpses, but I don't have to smell like one.
Oh, okay. A little sensitivity would be good. Can I open this? How to break out of this vicious cycle. Vicious cycle, you saying? What is vicious cycle? Okay, I don't think that there is anything useful in here. Jesus Christ, look at that penis! Okay, where's the
The
bathroom?
word is, the lab will be open tomorrow.
Okay. Oh my god. Hello, Pete. Is he breathing? Thank for the censor. This game has nudity censorship. So I'm thankful for that. So I don't have to blur it myself. It's just a game, YouTube. I can actually show penises in game because it's a game, it's a graphics.
Okay, time to pull myself together
Is that caviar? Look like caviar.
and get back to work. I've already taken my pick.
Maybe a little more.
Not looking to overdose.
Okay. Is someone there? Out of order, does not work. Okay, alright. So, what we're working
Just set
with?
the camera first.
Camera for the storage room.
This place is starting to look like a horror. Now remember, Jack, don't forget to hit the record button this time.
Yeah, sometimes I do that with my videos. Not that often, but sometimes I'm like, hey, what is up, Bubba Jump? Was playing game, and then 5 minutes in, I'm like, oh shit, I didn't click record button. Alright, tripod in dissecting room. Social room? Is this dissecting room? What is dissecting room? Is this dissecting room? What is dissecting? I don't know this word. Is this
Hopefully the new
dissecting?
tripod is going to hold up.
Oh, I have to show penis on the camera. Medics are really weird people, to be honest. I have a couple of friends that are medics
I
of
just
different
have to get everything in
specialization.
frame.
But
This should be fine. November 20th,
okay,
1991.
I'll tell my stories
Time,
later.
8:43 p.m. Recording for medical students from the University of Missouri. This
Hello.
autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman.
I'm
Hello,
Jack.
Everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will have the dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
Imagine your teacher talking about the lecture and just going out the frame and out the room. Take a look at the chalkboard. Okay, where's my chalkboard? Is this my chalkboard? Police department case file. Holy shit. I think
My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
fluids test. Ugh. Do I need those? I think I need those.
Let's start.
Oh, chalkboard, not a notepad. Okay, apron, gloves, goggles, mask,
Always wear
disinfection.
an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true that you won't get ptomaine poisoning straight away, but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
Okay.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the
Cadaver.
autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something like I do all the time.
Is my ass towards the camera?
In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process.
Okay, legit.
During your research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many entries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to
Yeah.
yourself. Now, onto the police folder. That will contain all sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer look, shall we? The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking
Do I
lot
need
at
to
a
talk
gas
in this
station,
game?
where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows.
Okay. Food coupon.
The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless
Old
and unemployed
Toby.
for at least a couple of years. The body was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man.
Yeah. Imagine discovering a body. I saw a body, but it was already discovered. Like it was full covered like that, on the middle of the fucking street, and it was like what, 2 years ago? Yeah, it's like 2 years ago. I was walking with my mom towards the subway, the metro, and mom said like, "Don't look that way." I'm like, "What?" I look that way, and there was a cadaver.
He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo. He was fired
Jesus
for being
Christ.
drunk and starting fights.
Oh, okay.
His son runs a hardware store on his own. His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased.
Sad. Sad old Toby.
Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket.
So he was a hobo?
That's it. It's worth remembering the context around the scene of a death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure. Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera. It's in here somewhere.
Do you know where my camera is? Peanut shot. Where's my camera? Here somewhere? Toby Chambers. Okay, where the frick is my camera?
I wasn't sure it would amount to anything.
Hey, some
but the World
donuts.
Wide Web has
Nice.
been a blessing for speeding up my work.
Desk drawer. You mean in my office? Why there are people always alone working with the dead people? With the cadavers. Where the frick is my camera? Or am I looking in the wrong desk? Nothing spoopy. Yet. Oh, this one. Thank you for the tutorial.
There you are. I knew it was
Ooh,
here
that's
somewhere.
a cool camera. I want one.
As
It's a
I mentioned at the
Polaroid.
beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in.
Are
We
you a
begin with
cadaver?
full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule. But this is not all. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame.
Okay. How can I do that? Penis. Bang.
Voila. Now we move on to the next step.
General
Looking for
photo.
traces. Take your time. Look at the corpse from different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Ooh. What is that?
The poorly healed wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look later.
Okay, old wound. Sounds weird with his knees. And his feet. Ugh! Jesus Christ. No? Nothing with the knees? It's okay?
Some wounds in the feet and signs of frostbite. Probably because
Oh,
the subject's
frostbite.
shoes were too small.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, something with the head? I know folks outside smack. Ooh, yeah. Smack to the head. Come on.
That's something interesting.
It was
will be
banged.
necessary to check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain.
Not severe enough?
Hardened hands, worn out by physical work, and
Yep.
frostbite.
Frostbite again. Okay.
In a moment, we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration.
Pin photos to
But
the
before we
photo
get to
card.
that, I need to write down some basic data.
Feet! I'm sorry. Head, stomach, all wound, hand, general. Perform the autopsy. Let's start, my friend.
Personal information. The deceased was unclothed. Date.
Okay.
Okay. As you
Date
can see,
okay?
I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy.
What is
This not
rigor?
only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
Okay. Tools. Magnifier.
Which spot first?
This one.
It looks like a burn mark. No doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case.
Okay. Let's look at the pee-pee. Can I look at the pee-pee? No.
I can
Sad.
confirm the presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance
Ecchymosis.
indicates the intravital nature
Right.
of the wound. Add alcohol,
Yeah.
which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen.
So he was smacked or an accident? Pee-pee.
Here we can see
Frostbite
frostbite
hands.
on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color.
Ugh. Ugh. Okay, feet.
Definitely
My favorite
a
one.
painful mix of frostbite, abrasions. and
This is
blisters.
so
But
fucking
Utopia
graphical,
claims she's
dude.
too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all. So far, there are a lot of superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head.
Okay.
Let's go back to our notes.
Highlight the previously found wounds on the keyboard. 4 spots. Keyboard mannequin? Wait, hold up. Mannequin? Previously found wounds on the keyboard mannequin. Is this keyboard? Mannequin? Where the frick is a mannequin? What? Is this keyboard? What should I do? Where's the mannequin? Which mannequin are we talking about?
Some of my previous cases, a reminder of more prosperous times. Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean the knife.
Oh, I have to look at the
First,
body to
I mark
open up the
location of
clipboard.
the entries and make notes for each one. So, the head wound.
Head,
That would
arm,
in frost season, even though
stomach,
this type of wound didn't convict
feet.
Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period. The frostbite could have resulted from the body's defense reaction. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, various types of accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly. Considering the conditions in which he slept, this is of no interest to us. The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol,
fall and freeze.
I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
Okay, thank you.
We still have one thing left from the basics: rigor mortis.
Where's rigor mortis?
Well, we take our deceased by the hand, gradually re-raise it.
What is rigor mortis? Is it a checking for muscles or shit?
Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the conclusion? Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago.
Oh, it's a
Police information
freezing.
appears correct.
I think the body should be like stuck with the muscles freeze because of the death, I think. Jesus Christ, why am I talking about this shit? Okay. Freeze, alcohol, fall. What are we doing?
Head trauma seems the most promising.
Select the
we'll
skull
start
saw
there.
and
This
open the cranium.
An oscillating saw. The cut is made from ear to ear.
Why are you drilling his head? Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
We remove
Oh!
the skin around the top of the skull.
Shit got from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. Jesus Christ. Okay, hello brain. Begin a thorough brain analysis by examining.
After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri in both hemispheres are symmetric. Brain looks good. Let's take a cross section.
It's so jiggly. It's so freaking jiggly. Look at the balls. Look at the balls and pee-pee. Leave the body? What? Okay.
Some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board.
On the
which we'll do
board?
now.
Dissect the brain on a cutting board. You fucking serious? Is this a cutting board? Where's
My
cutting
own
board?
but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests.
Oh,
I
there
need to
it
perform
is.
during
There
an
it is.
autopsy. Holding a long, narrow blade knife in the dominant hand, We slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
Oh. I have to go through this little tunnel with my mouse like in this jump scare flash game video.
So far, so good. The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Okay, great to know. He didn't die because of the fall.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well.
Okay. Cerebral jury both hemispheres symmetrical. Great. Exclude fall.
Brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination. I grab a scalpel from my kit.
Okay. Oh, sorry. A scalpel.
The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y.
Yeah. Oh my
Use a deep
god.
cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall.
It feels like he was already pre-cut. I'm just opening the cut. Around the belly button. Nice.
Alright, now we peel back and separate the skin.
Should we? Can I cut his pee-pee? Cutting pee-pee? With an empty hand. My body does not do that.
We'll need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
Ew, brother, ew. Select the loppers and remove the ribs. What the fuck is lopper? Lopper.
Quite a satisfying crunch, for some anyway.
Yeah,
After
satisfying.
removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly notice two things. Firstly, there is no congestion of the internal organ. We can see widespread black and tarry deposits caused by... Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death.
Jesus.
Smoke,
How heavy should you smoke?
killer, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes.
Is he talking about his
Advanced
wife again?
Inflammation.
Lungs with extensive black-gray deposits, visible inflammatory changes and excessive distension of lung tissue caused by cigarette smoking. That's what you get when you smoke a lot of cigarettes or just cigarettes in your freaking life. Don't smoke, kids. Ugh. Okay, can we go? It's like the syringe obtained 3 samples for
Now's a good time
toxicology
to collect
testing.
some samples. Specifically 3. 5
Hearts?
milliliters from the left ventricle should do it.
Grape. Eye.
Trace humor analysis is very useful in indicating
Humor?
long-term alcohol abuse.
That's not funny. And bladder.
Bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Now we take our samples to the centrifuge. But before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double-check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
Retrieve the notebook from the office with necessary values to run centrifuge. Okay, where the freak? There it is.
Covered in stains.
That's how you
Check
pick
this
up
out
shit.
under the microscope sometime.
Is something cheeky going on when I'm not looking? I think there is. Alright, okay. Let's get back to the autopsy.
Let's get back to the examination.
Hello.
We put all of the samples into the rotor.
Can you see that well? Okay. Heart, eye, and bladder. Let's
Now
go.
We set the appropriate time and speed.
How do I know that? Time 15, speed 70. 15? What if I do
Okay,
the 70?
Let's roll.
Or should I start? Oh. Whee! There you go, eye, bladder, and heart.
Oh
Whoa.
shit.
Whoa.
The fuses again.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Where were we?
Where were
yes.
we?
The blood. Let's see what we've got here.
It's already been 15 minutes?
Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all.
Okay.
Let's go further. We will now focus on the cardiovascular system, specifically the heart.
Heart.
We look for dark hypoxic areas, clots, or other elements that stand out.
What
as
is this?
abnormal. At first glance, the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition.
What is this thing?
There
I
are no
don't have this in my
pathological
heart.
changes that would have contributed to Toby's death.
Yeah, it's all jiggly as well. Healthy heart.
Now let's take a closer look at the stomach. Size is normal, healthy, pink color,
Looks like a duck. Quack quack. Quack quack.
and as expected,
Nothing.
the stomach has no major external damage.
Okay.
We must now cut it open and inspect inside. We will do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out.
Yeah, what is this if
We
that's
open
a
the stomach
burger?
along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end. Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
Imagine dying and the autopsy man cuts your stomach and there is a Taco Bell. Ugh.
Okay.
Hey,
large
what is
amount of
that?
gas, small amounts of yellow, grayish food content,
Okay.
resembling some kind of meat.
Meat?
Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents.
What do you mean?
There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is...
What do you mean?
It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
How did a suffocation got here? Begin through trachea analysis of examined
At first
organ.
glance, the trachea looks normal.
Trachea, I'm sorry. Yeah, not that normal. Jesus Christ, it's all that smoking again?
Same result as with the stomach. The external
Ugh.
inspection doesn't tell us anything.
Would you
This
fuck
time
it,
we'll cut out the
Majumbas?
tray.
Would you fuck this hole? Like a masturbator? Yeah. Okay.
While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must
Dissect the
make a
trachea on a
precise
metal
incision.
tray. Okay, where's the metal tray?
To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen.
Okay, like a pen. Holding my mouse like a pen.
And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing.
What? Clogged?
Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back.
Trachea. Whoa,
Then,
whoa.
the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death.
Note the main cause of death. Alcohol? No.
That's why we
Asphyxiation?
don't forget about the recovery position at
okay.
door parties.
Yeah, recovery position is on your side. If you're drunk, don't sleep at your back. You could die actually. Asphyxiation, choking. The deceased probably fell asleep or fainted after drinking a large amount of alcohol. Its concentrations suppress signals in the brain that control the gag reflex, leading to choking. Okay. Natural suicide, unknown homicide. I think that's an
Now
accident.
it's all clear. The death was suffocation. The mystery is solved.
Oh, I'm writing my...
for us.
Oh.
This is not the end.
Okay.
First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
What if that's not an accident? So he could be... Will they take the... I don't like this. I'll do the Russian Z. I don't like the English Z for obvious reason. Spazious. Spazious. Okay.
For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin
Flaps.
flap, and then we sew the deceased
Let's
back up.
sew this motherfucker up.
I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do.
What is baseball stitch? It's like On the outside? The stitches are on the side, outside. Got him.
Beautiful.
Leave the
Now
body.
we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
Place the body on the fridge and close it. Let's take you. And bye.
God, I'm
Bye,
tired.
Toby.
I'll drop these
Place the
samples
body in
off
the
at
fridge.
lab on the way to the bar.
Can we stop the recording now? Still recording. Head to your car in the parking lot. Okay, bye, students. Peace out. Dr. Spaz is out.
I'll call Steven. I don't feel like drinking alone today.
Hello, Steven. Hello. Oh. Oh. Okay. Complete the prologue. Tobias' chamber. No horror at this point. We played for 30 minutes now. Hello? Wife? Oh! A skeleton man. Hi. The fuck? Oh! Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, pool of skulls. Excuse me. Pool of craniums. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pool of craniums. It's it's goofy ass. Why my nightmares are so goofy? Drunk, goofy nightmares. Great. Alright, will there be any horrors? I don't know. Will there be any speaking dead people? And standing up deading people?
Forgive me.
Alright. Oh, well, Will. It's okay, we all have weird dreams. Lasagna! I mean, spaghetti.
What a dream. Ah, fuck.
Take your pills in the bathroom. Alright, thank you all so much for watching the prologue of Autopsy Simulator. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, smash like, leave a comment down below what you think about this Autopsy Simulator. Should we continue on and play the whole thing? I think it's about like 3 or 4 hours, so we can do that easily. And don't forget to subscribe and regularly ding the bell button to see when my videos go online, because I upload every single day. So see you all tomorrow in the next video.